All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there taller than this truth. I'm Pathak Amath, GMS Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. Just real quick, as you can see on the screen. As a matter of fact, I was watching a video earlier from the beloved brother Mike Gala out in L.A., and he mentioned this particular thing right here. He said that Apostle Ramlab mentioned it in a lesson that he went into, and I immediately went and typed that in, and I read it, and I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Just another something that these devils did to Jake, you know, to the nation of Israel, you know, just more wicked deeds, you know, from these evil people, man, you know, upon our people, you know what I'm saying? And when I say Jake or Israel, I'm speaking of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent. You make up the 12 no longer lost tribes of the nation of Israel, the true Hebrew, biblical Hebrew Israelites, you know, and that the devil, the wicked, that evil, the evil people that I'm speaking of is Esau, the true red Hebrew Edomites, man, you know, who go back to their forefather Esau, you know, who are today the so-called self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child, man, you know. They're the true biblical Edomites, you know. And hey, man, this is a trip right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Just another something, you know. The Lord said he was going to expose these devils in the last days, in these times, and he's definitely coming through on that and fulfilling prophecy, man. You know, these things were spoken and they're happening, man. You know, he's exposing these devils. Everything that they've done is coming out, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I went in, I typed this in. It's called Derby's Dose, as you can see on the screen, Wikipedia. And I'm gonna read this, and then I'm going to get into the scriptures, because anybody that thinks that this devil is not going to pay for the things that he did to our people is out of their goddamn minds, man. I mean, come on, man. You know, this dude has to pay, man. He needs to pay, and he has to pay, and he's going to pay, man. You know, thus saith the Lord, man. You know, the Holy Scriptures say this dude is going to pay for his deeds, man. You know what I'm saying? And his deeds are wicked because he is the wicked, man. You know, he's an evil man, you know, and he does evil just like he's doing right now with this juice, man. You know, that's an evil ass act, man. That's an evil deed, man. You know, and he's pushing and pressing forward with it, you know, because he means business, man, because he's the wicked, you know, and he's doing what he was created to do, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, so as you can see, it says Derby's Dose. And I'm going to read this. It said Derby's Dose was a form of torture used in Jamaica to punish slaves who attempted to escape or committed other offenses like stealing food, according to Malcolm Gladwell in his 2008 book, Outliers. The runaway would be beaten, and salt pickle, lime juice, and bird pepper would be rubbed into his or her open wounds. Very painful, you know. So this dude was all about torturing our people at all times, man. Another slave would defecate into the mouth of the miscreant, who would then be gagged with their mouth full for 4 to 5 hours. Let me move that up, Salakia. The punishment was invented by Thomas Thistlewood, and that devil right there is going to pay. A slave overseer, and named after the slave, Derby, who was made to undergo this punishment when he was caught eating young sugarcane stalks in the field on May 25th, 1756. However, historian Douglas Hall points out that Derby's dose was so called because it was often administered by one of his slaves called Derby, you know. And that's, you know, I'm not going to read this whole thing, you know. That's enough, man. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he, you know, our people would be hungry, you know, and that's why these things are all these things are in the scriptures that we're going to do to him, man. You know, his children ain't going to be satisfied with bread, pursuant to Job. You know, I believe it's the 27th chapter. You know what I'm saying? we're going to do, he's going to receive all these things back, man. You know what I'm saying? So Jake trying to, hungry and wanting to eat something, and they might take a little food, to eat. And this dude would punish him, by beating him, and you've seen slave movies, and I'm sure that's not even, nowhere close to what he actually did. You know what I'm saying? But, and it says they would be beaten, salt, pickle, lime juice, and bird pepper would be rubbed into his or her wounds, open wounds, man. And then another slave, they would have another slave to defecate into the mouth of the so-called miscreant, as they call him, into Jake's mouth, man. And then they would be gagged with their mouths full for 4 or 5 hours. Come on, man. Come on, man. Anybody that wants to save this dude, man, the hell with you, man. This nigga gotta pay, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, without any further ado, and at the end of the day, these things happen only because we didn't hearken to the voice of our power, man. When you read in Deuteronomy 28, the 28th chapter, when you read the first verse, it goes into if we would have hearkened, from 1 to 14, if we would have hearkened to the voice of our power, he would have, set us up on high above all the nations and would have blessed us. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes through all of the blessings. But, Jake hard-headed, man. We're hard-headed, circumcised, stiff-necked people, man. And this is what we received. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And that's exactly what happened, man. We did not hearken, and the Lord scattered us, man. When you read in Leviticus, the 26th chapter, in verse 33, he said he was going to scatter us. And when you read in I'm going to get this one here, in Deuteronomy 28 and 64, and also in Hosea, the 8th chapter and verse 8, man, we were swallowed up of the heathen. But this is Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even to the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And that happened, man. And Jake is into this idol worship unto this very day. And how did that scattering happen? By way of the transatlantic slave trade, which is right here in the Bible, verse 68, Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall bring thee into Egypt, which is America, man. When you read in Revelations, the 11th chapter and verse 8, the place spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, which we now know today as America. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. And those slave men and those slave women happened to Jake, man. That happened to us, man. And it says, and no man shall buy you, which means redeem. When you go into that word, redeem, because we're not going to get out of this predicament until Yahushua returns, man, and takes us out of this predicament. But basically, this is why these things happen to our people, man, because we were given into the hand of these devils, and they've been able to have their way with us. So I'm going to jump over to Isaiah chapter 47, and I'm going to read verse 6. It's Isaiah 47 and 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. So the Lord was wroth with his people. He was upset with them, idol worship and just going off, man. I just read it in Deuteronomy 28 and 15. If we didn't hearken, curses. Been under the curses, man. And he said he polluted his inheritance and given them into thine hand, into Esau's hands, man. Esau ain't nothing, man. The Lord gave us to this devil, man, for him to have his way. Because when you read in the scriptures, we know, pursuant to Psalms 17 and 13, that the wicked, whom we know is the so-called self-proclaimed white man, Job 9:24, Malachi 1 and 4, he's the border of wickedness. It says the wicked is the sword of the Lord, man, So this dude is set up to punish Jake, man. And also when you read in Romans, the 13th chapter, man, that's why it says that he's not a terror unto good works. But if you're wicked, roughly paraphrasing, you should be afraid, man. You know, the scriptures say these things, man. So the Lord was wroth with his people, and he gave them into the hand of these devils, man. And thou didst show them no mercy. Derby's dose is no mercy, man. There's no mercy in that, man. You know, and I'm sure they got joy out of that, out of doing these things and seeing these things done to our people, man. And it says, upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. So they didn't have take any pity, you know, on the elderly of our nation as well, man. You know. So now I'm gonna jump over to Isaiah chapter 42 and I'm gonna jump down to verse 24. And it reads, Isaiah 42 and 24, who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his laws. Therefore, he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of the battle, and it hath set him on fire round about. Yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart unto this very day. This is Jake unto this very day, man. You know, the Lord been pouring out his wrath on their tails, man, you know. And he had set them on fire round about. Yet he knew not, man. You know, everything that Jake goes through, man, is part of that fire, man. You know, they've been in the fire for hundreds of years, man, getting their asses whooped, man. You know, yet they knew not, man. And it says, yet he laid it not to mind. He's been getting burned over and over again, man. And he laid it not to heart, not to mind, man. You know, damn, maybe there's something to what these men are saying, man. You know, maybe our power, maybe he is our power, and maybe he is mad at us. Maybe that's why these things are happening. Jake don't think like that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why he made the statement in Isaiah, the first chapter, you know, and went into how the ox, about the ox and the ass, how they know their master and their master's crib. But my people Israel doth not know. They do not consider, roughly paraphrasing, man. They won't even consider this, man. They think we're bugged out and crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's our own fault, man. Our nation had it coming, man. Everything, we had it coming, man. So I'm going to jump over to Isaiah, the 10th chapter and verse 5. And it reads, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation, man. And that staff is his sword, man, which is his blessing pursuant to Genesis, the 27th chapter, man. The sword is this devil's blessing, man. And the modern day sword is his weaponry, man. You know, hey, his guns, his military, you know. And it reads, verse 6, I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him charge, to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the street. And that's exactly what happened. And that's why we got Derby's dose going on, man, you know, because the Lord has been wroth with his people, man. And it was part of the punishment, man. You know what I'm saying? America was a punishment for us. Micah 2 and 10. It's not our rest, man. You know, and you got Jake in La La Land, man, you know. But things are going to change, man. Things are going to change. You know, it's Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. These devils are going to pay, man. It reads, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, you know, because all of these nations have been good, man. You know, they've been wealthy, you know, and they've had life good, because whenever Israel is down, they're up, you know. That's why they've always been confederate together, trying to, you know, what's that? Psalms 83 goes into that, man. You know what I'm saying? To hide the nation of Israel, man. That's what the UN today is all about, man. That's why you're not invited to the party, man. You know what I'm saying? They're confederate against us, man, because they hate us at the end of the day, you know? It says in Zechariah 1 and 15, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Yeah, the Lord was mad at his people, man. You know, he was displeased, you know, so he gave us to him. But these, especially these damn Edomites, man, they took it to the extreme, man, to the next level, you know. Didn't do anything how they were supposed to be done, man, you know. Because he's the wicked and he's contrary to the Lord and the Lord's people, man. But he forwarded the affliction. Derby's dose is part of that forwarding of that affliction, man. You know what I'm saying? And this dude is going to pay because it was set up for us to go through this, but it's set up also for them to go through it as well. That's the setup. This Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel. Is Salakia. Salakia, is that what I wanted? Salakia, that's not what I wanted. Deuteronomy 30, my bad. 30 and 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee. So the Lord set the blessings and the curses before us, man. You know, set means appointed. You know, so we were appointed to go through both, man. You know, there were two blessings given in Genesis, the 27th chapter. Hebrews 11 and 20 goes into that. And Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come, man. You know, so only when one is being blessed, the other one is being cursed. It's set up that way. We're reading it right here. So guess what? They've had their blessing. We've had our curse. There's only one thing left. We're going into our blessings and they're going into the curses. And it's going to go into that. I have set before thee, Salakia. I'll just read it from the top. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among the nations, whither Yahweh Bashem Yahushua thy power hath driven thee. And we've called those things to mind. We understand, man. We get it. But here's the point, verse 7, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So these curses, which we've been under, they're now about to go under, man. You know what I'm saying? And hey, they about to get it, man. You know, these devils are going to get it, man. And they deserve it, man. You know, and King David went to the Lord and in his song, he said this is Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. So this is King David, a man after the Most High's own heart, man. Do you think he's not going to? And King David saying, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. Do you think the Lord ain't going to listen? Oh, yeah, he's going to listen to this man right here, whose throne is going to be established in the earth. Oh, yeah, he's going to listen to this dude right here. This guy right here, this is our brother right here. David. Oh, no. Yeah, the Lord is going to listen to this man right here, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, remember, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, destroy it, burn it, even to the foundation thereof. They wanted to totally erase it, man. You know, they didn't want anything to show that it was there, man. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, which they made Babylon, which we know modern day Babylon is America, man. You know, the daughter of Babylon, Isaiah 47 and 1, you know, and it made them Edom and Babylon synonymous, man, which is America, man. Jeremiah the 50th chapter goes into that. Isaiah 13 goes into that. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee, as thou hast served us. So Derby's dose is going to be rewarded, man. You're going to get that back. We're going to reward these devils as they have served us. And they served us with things like Derby's dose. You know what I'm saying? And of course, verse 9, happy shall ye be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. You're going to bash your babies against a stone because you did that to our kids. You know, the southern kingdom with the crocodiles and alligators, the alligator bait. You know, and then the northern kingdom with the trail of tears and all the things that you did with the northern kingdom babies, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pay for these things, man. It's not going to go unpunished, man. And the scriptures go into that. As a matter of fact, that reminds me of Jeremiah 49th chapter and verse 12. And it reads, for thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. That's the nation of Israel. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Is this nigga gonna get away? He gonna answer, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. You know, so that cup represents affliction, slavery, double straits, man. You know, death. You know, you're gonna get that issue, man. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna get away, devils. This is Jeremiah 30. And verse 16, Don't want to start at 60. I'll start at verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And the main adversary of the Israelites is the Edomites, man. Always have been. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So they preyed upon us, and the Lord is going to give them to us for us to prey upon them. So they're going to get that issue. They're going to get it back, man. They're not going to get away with it. This is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. So the cup, there it is again. In the same cup, affliction, punishments, man, slavery, double straights, death. All of these things are contained within that cup, man. You know, it's been in the hand of the Israelites, that cup of trembling. Now it's going to be taken out of our hands, being taken out of our hands, and about to be put in the hands of these devils, man, and these nations, but primarily these devils. Verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. So these things are not going to happen to us anymore. Derby's dose will never happen to us again, man. You'll never beat us again. You'll never maim us and cut parts off again. You'll never hang us again. You won't even be able to look at us, man. You're going to look down. You won't even be able to set your eyes upon us, man. He will no more carry thee up away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. You know, so the Lord has been watching your tail, and now it's time to pay the piper. And that's exactly what's about to happen, man. You know, I got a couple more, and then I'm going to close this lesson, man. It's Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 15. For the day of Yahweh Shem Shai is near upon all the heathen, but especially you Edomites. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So as you have done, it's going to be done to you, man. You know, in righteousness, though, on the right hand side. You know, we ain't going to be raping, you know, your little boys and things that you were doing, buck breaking and all these things. We're not going to do those things, but you're going to get it back, man. You're going to get it back. And it says, thy reward shall return upon thine own head. You basically have a bullseye on your freaking forehead, man. You know, verse 16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, the nation of Israel, so shall all the heathen drink continually. So going into that cup, you're going to drink it down, man. The dregs, as the scriptures say, you're going to drink down the dregs, man. That's that nasty part at the end. So it's going to get very ugly, man. It's going to get very ugly for you. That's why when you read in Luke, the 16th chapter, it goes into when he was asking Abraham, when these devils was asking Abraham, the rich man was asking Abraham to send Lazarus out of his bosom to come and dip his finger in some water to cool his tongue because of the flames. Hey, man, no mercy. You're not going to receive any mercy. And that fire is coming, man. You know, it's already prophesied that fire, that no mercy in these bad times that's about to come to you people is coming. You know, all of those scriptures are telling you that, man. It's going to be very terrible for you people, man. You know, you Edomites, man. You know, it says, yeah, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So you're going to swallow down. You're going to swallow the dregs, all of that nasty stuff at the end. You're going to get everything. And you're going to be as though you had not been, because we have no remembrance of former things, past lives. Yeah, we've had this devil in slavery before, but he don't remember it, you know, because the Lord took those memories from us, man, from past lives. So in these times, this dude ain't never been in slavery, but he's going into slavery, man. That's what it's talking about. He's going to be as though he's never been. He's going into slavery, man. Him and everything that looks like him. Salakia, except for the nation of Israel, man, because we know we got some scattered seed out there. So let me get real quick 2 Thessalonians 1 in verse 6. Is it 2 Thessalonians? Oh, that's 2. Salakia. Man, Satan. The 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6, and it reads, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, man. And this is just part of that tribulation, man. You know, This is part of that trouble, man. Derby's dose, man. The Lord, it's a righteous thing to the Most High to recompense these things, and these people have been nothing but a trouble, tribulation and trouble for the nation of Israel, man. They're going to be recompensed. Let me get one more, then I'm going to close this lesson out, man. It's been long enough. This is Revelations 18 and verse 6, and it reads, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, because the Lord judges your works. He's watching them. He's watching what you do, and you're going to pay for the things that you do. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you. So we're going to do back to you, man. The Lord is all about an eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, foot for foot, hand for hand, life for life, death for death. What you do, you're going to get it back, man. Point blank, bottom line. It says, and double unto her, double according to her works. So you're going to get it double, man. What you did is coming back to you double. Them 500 years is going to be 1,000 for you, It says, in the cup, there it is, that affliction, that slavery, double straights, death, which she hath filled to her double. So you're going to get all that back double, man. So you devils got it coming, man. Point blank, bottom line, man. End of story, end of discussion. Shit, bang the gavel, court adjourned, man. You devils about to get it, man. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so, because, this right here, hey, come on, man. When I read this, man, scripture just started coming, man. And I'm like, dude, I gotta get this man. I gotta get this nigga, man. And show him what he got coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause they listening to us, man. They listening to us. So, hey, man, it is what it is. They got it coming. So with that, hopefully this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahar Kalkadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shal Dawadah, Shalom.